want to kiss me after the session. Sweat and blood, ew.
Awkward.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
I was wondering if you could answer my question as Spike.
Yes.
Out of all the characters you have voiced, which character would you like to be in real life?
Come on.
Answering that as Spike, wouldn't I have to say Spike? Spike would, he wouldn't give that away to anybody else. I don't think so. I don't know. I do love the kind of woman that can kick my ass, so I probably have to say Spike. And I have a woman that can kick my ass, so I probably was Spike.
I have a question. How did you feel when you found out that Toonami was coming back and you had to voice Tom?
I said this yesterday, but I'll say it again. It's like coming home. Really, it's like coming home. I'm getting to relive that part of my life again. You know, that's such a rare thing to be able to do, to relive such an awesome part of your life that you think is gone forever. But I'm so grateful to you guys for helping with the Twitter storms to get that back on the air. So it's thanks to you guys that happened. And thank you for watching. Also, keep watching. Thank you.
Hi, Steve. When you're dubbing a voice for a Japanese anime, I was wondering, do you watch the original Japanese performance, and what impact does that have? What does the Japanese voice impact have on your interpretation of the character's role and how you make the voice?
It's a very good question. It really depends on the show. There are some directors that want me to stay as close to the original Japanese as possible. There are some cases where they really want me to take my own interpret on it. And so I really am at the mercy of what the director's vision is for the American version of the show. As far as watching it, I'll use it for reference for timing more than anything else, and for the original intent of the writers, and because I did do some writing adaptation for anime, I'm sensitive to that sort of thing. So my take is really to do what's best for the story. So if that means to mimic what the original Japanese guy did, then I will do that. If not, then I'll try to do a little more flavor on it. So that's the bottom line, is really to do what's best for the story.
What was the weirdest thing that has ever happened to you during your voice acting career?
Oh boy, here we go. There have been so many. Oh my God. Well, this isn't really weird, but this happened a couple of weeks ago, and I'm surprised it didn't happen before that. But I was voicing Wolverine for a game, for an upcoming game, which I cannot tell you what that was. But like I said, I'm very physical in the booth, and when I'm doing the claw strikes, I actually do swing my arms. I keep my head perfectly still, but the arms are going like crazy. Well, I caught the flesh between two of my fingers on the metal edge of the stand, and I knocked it all the way across the room. This thing is a heavy steel stand with a big metal base on it. I knocked it all the way across the room. I didn't even feel it, and it came about that close to going right through a glass door, a double glass door, and that would have been a terrible mess if that had happened. I was just so surprised I didn't cut myself, or maybe I did and I healed really fast. I don't know. The other thing that I would say is weird. This is the weird one. When I was doing a lot of anime back in the old days, I was at a studio called Magnitude 8, and they had this where we did a lot of the really great shows back then with LA Hero and those guys. I don't even remember what the show was, but we were doing a wall group, which is background voices filling in action scenes and things. And we had this little tiny booth that's about the size of a large refrigerator. It will comfortably fit one, maybe two people if they're small. We had 5 people in this booth. We had 4 guys and a girl. And we're in the middle of the scene, and it's some crowd scene or something, and we're all supposed to be screaming, and I'm doing like a voice of an old man. We have to make stuff and do different voices for this thing, so I'm going, and all of a sudden I feel this finger go up my butt. So my performance went to, to make matters worse, this little finger out the butt. It turns out it's the director's girlfriend. Awkward.
Why did you do that?
He was okay with it. I don't know. I think it was him. You'll never get it. His name was Kevin Seymour. That's all I know.
Hey, Steve.
Hi.
My question is, as an actor, what do you try to, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned doing small parts? The parts that sometimes it takes a moment for us fans to even realize that you are doing well. As an actor, what do you try to take away from that? And also, how was being the announcer for Hudball?
Okay, first things first. I love small parts, as I was saying. I love doing little bit parts, especially ones that I'm not sure if anybody's going to recognize that I go uncredited for. That's always really fun for me. All of us do that, and I think I enjoy it more than most actors. And maybe because I've gotten to do some of the bigger roles too, and some actors haven't gotten to do as many big roles, so they may not like them as much as I do. It's work. I mean, you're coming in there and you're usually doing the stuff that the guys who have the lead roles either don't have time to do or don't want to do, because it usually involves screaming about it or something like that. In fact, Vic Mignogna wrote a song called Soldier A. Have you guys heard that? We've all been Soldier A, and so I don't mind it. I like it. I have no problem with it, and part of that is because there's no commitment to it. I really don't have to worry. I just kind of go in, make up something, and go on to the next thing. So it's easy for me. And as far as being the Hudball announcer, that was pretty fun. That was very unexpected. Those sessions were crazy because we all did 20 voices on that game. So yeah, that was pretty